Can a high security padlock with an A+ security rating be disassembled? I don't know. Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to Lock Lab 101. What we're going to do today is take this Tornado T8103 padlock with an A+ security rating and disassemble it. I haven't disassembled this yet. In an earlier video I picked it and it was, well, to put lightly, it was surprising how easy it was to pick. And so in this video what we're going to do is disassemble it. There's very little information online about how to disassemble this. I do know there's a retaining grub screw here of some sort. I haven't found a schematic of what this is going to look like inside, but let's go ahead and get after it. So the interesting part of this lock is, one, there's a grub screw right here, and on the shackle there's a flat spot. So I'm thinking that this grub screw has a connection with that flat spot, and this here looks very much like the American lock, where in the American lock you unlock it and then there's a Phillips screw down here that you unscrew and the bottom falls off or comes off. But let's go ahead and get this grub screw out. Okay. I'm quite surprised there's a grub screw that's unprotected like this. I know the Abloys have a grub screw that cover up that's protected by the shackle. Okay, let's put this over here. Okay, this bar came out of this grub screw hole when I worked it back and forth. Okay, so we have the grub screw, the locking bar. Okay, here's the shackle. Alright, I'm going to put that right there. This one is, see if you can see that there. Nothing in that one. There's a spring in this one. See if we can get this spring out. Okay. Alright, unscrewing the spring out. Okay, there's a screw in here. Well, you gotta believe me, there's a screw in this one. Let me get a Phillips screwdriver. Yeah, this is very similar to the American lock. You got the screw right here, and put all the parts right here. Alright, so this nut was right there, and it just falls apart like that. And that's what we're left with right there. Here's the cylinder. It's actually a fairly small cylinder. Holes drilled on top. There's the back of it with the C-clip, and that's what the inside of that looks like. So I can actuate that cam with my tweezers. I wonder if you could stick like a pick down there without picking it and bypass that to actuate the cam to unlock the lock without well, you'd be bypassing the pins is what you'd be doing. Alright, so we're going to leave that there. Okay, so there's 6 pins here, a C-clip. So what we're going to do is get rid of the C-clip first. And then what I'm going to do is put the key in it. I'm going to get a follower. Here's a plug follower, probably the smallest one. I'm going to turn it halfway and put this follower right here. I'm just going to transform. So when I push this out, my key pins will be on top and my spring pins will be captured in the cylinder still, or people sometimes call this the Bible, because of my plug follower. Like this, and then just do a smooth motion right there. Okay, this is what those pins look like. Alright, so interesting. I'm going to pull the key out. I'm going to dump these one at a time. Oh! So far this is what we got. We're going to one at a time. And I'm just popping them out. Alright, so let's see what we have here. A key pin that launched itself. Okay, So essentially what happened was when I was disassembling this, I launched one of the key pins, the number 6 key pin, into outer space. And well, I just spent like 30 minutes looking for it, and that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take number 6. I don't have a right replacement. These pins are quite a small diameter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce this down to a 5 pin, and then I'll have to order another 6 pin. Let me get these all oriented correctly. And this is essentially what we had. Well, no, this is what we ended up with. 3 spools for the spring pins, and then we have 1 serrated for a key pin. And the key pin on number 6, I launched in outer space. I spent an amazing amount of time looking for it, no success. So I'm reducing it down to 5. I'm going to order the right diameter pin, and then I'll reassemble it back into a 6 pin. Okay, well, that's all I have today. That was a pretty good learning point on me. I need to be more careful when I disassemble these cartridges, because you can launch the pins in outer space with those springs. I don't know how it happened, but it did. So that it is what it is. Okay, well, hope you got something out of this. If you did, please consider watching my other videos, like and subscribe, and as always, thank you very much.